smuggle arms into Colombia.
Calls himself Richard Roper's true disciple.
And I think British intelligence is helping him.
That's your chance to be a snake in their garden.
You know, one of the overarching and unifying themes of all John le Carré's work is betrayal. Trust, betrayal. That they are in a cycle, that to gain someone's trust or win it or earn it entails inevitably its betrayal. That there is no center to a human being. And risk is attractive, and the thrill of duplicity, that these are people who deal in secrets and lies. And yet he always stressed that the relationship between agent and agent runner was so close that it was almost familial. That between, he said this himself to me and to Olivia Colman, that it's almost maternal, because there is only one other human being in the world who understands what you're going through. And bringing down Richard Roper was a project they shared and a project they risked their lives for. Pine went through untold sacrifice and pain to bring down Richard Roper. And they identified his body together. And he goes back, it goes into his life and through into his future, believing that to be true, that Roper is dead. When he sees Roper alive, the shock is unfathomable. I think it shakes him and his sense of what's real and what's not to his very core. It's almost like the world is a hall of mirrors and they've all been shattered at the same time. He doesn't know what to believe. And I think it actually untethers him for a while. It makes him make bad decisions. It makes him rash and sort of careless, because it unsettles the ground on which he's standing. It's like the betrayal is enormous. It's a shock like I couldn't even really fathom. So it was a thrill to try to perform it, because it makes a mockery of his courage. It makes a mockery of his sacrifice. And so I think there would be a profound rage and disillusionment. But the whole story turns 180 degrees at that moment. It was very exciting to play, because it feels very, like I said, very part of the fabric of le Carré's universe.
Interesting. I think the most violent part of the second season is the sexual tension that is like all the time, and sexual not always is romantic, you know, attraction. So I think in a different universe, Roper will prefer Pine as his son than Teddy. They have some kind of really weird, you just said maternal with talking about Olivia.
Yeah.
There's something weirdly paternal with Roper too.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
In our case, I think we're kind of like orphan brothers.
Yeah.
You know? But there's something that we both love our father. Let's imagine that is like Roper.
Yeah.
But I can understand why my father is so attracted to him. And I think part of the idea is that what Teddy doesn't have is like roots, you know, like ideals, real ideals. And this guy trusts in his country. He really has morals. He's like a force in that kind of sense. Like Teddy in his way, he just wants, I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't care about Colombia, right? There's no patriotic at all. He's not into love. He just really is trying to reach what he never had, that is love. So I think that's why Teddy is so attracted to Pine, because then there you find someone like your father with ideals, with a goal. Teddy in a different universe maybe could want something different. But in this case, in Teddy's life, he's still waiting for the car once a year to see his father and to own that place, you know? So I think that's why I feel so attracted, or Teddy feels so attracted to Pine, because it's a character that is complete with I don't know say morals, but just ideals, with wishes, with family. I think Teddy feels something like brotherhood with this guy.
100%. The Night Manager this season, we wanted it to have an anchor that felt like myth. Mm-hmm. And that myth is fathers and sons.
Yeah.
Roper has 3 sons. Danny, who thinks he's dead, and who's shut away at a boarding school in England, who we know. Teddy, who we discover, who's been shut away in a monastery in Colombia and is now, the true disciple of Roper in Colombia and Latin America. And Pine. Mm-hmm. And Pine is the son he chose. He chose his heir and his executioner.
Yeah.
And I think actually there's some... this sounds like the most perverse idea, but Pine and Roper both feel relief at their re-meeting again.
Yes.
Because they are defined by the other.
Yes.
Thank goodness you're still here. Now I know who I am.
Now I have meaning.
Now I have meaning.
Yeah.
The Dragon Slayer is defined by the dragon and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.